Hello, dear student. Welcome to the first day of the new year to the new video on case-based challenges recently introduced by the CBSE. First of all, I am very grateful to all of you for the huge response I received for the first video and for the subscribers. Those who have not subscribed so far, I request them to subscribe and not forgetting to press the bell button so that whenever I upload the video, then they get the intimation for it instantly. Today's topic I am going to take is that of lightning. Lightning, which is a very common phenomena, and then everyone I am sure will be having some sort of experience about the lightning. So first of all, I will tell you the mechanism of the lightning. Then after that, I will take you to a tour of the slide so that you can understand the basic mechanism and will be able to answer certain questions based on the lightning. This will be the part of the static electricity in the first unit electrostatics. So first I take you to a video where you see this lightning.
Fox cameraman moved out of the way and into safe positions, and some shots of these lightning bolts were scary stuff. And that happened right near the 18th green. Again, our locked cameras caught that bolt. And let me just tell you, it wasn't too far from our booth. That is a live look at the tree.
So you have seen that two things are there at the time of lightning, light and sound. So how are the lights and sound produced? So first we should know the mechanism of the light production. Then I will take you to the light. Light can be produced when the electrons are excited from their parent orbit to the higher excited state, and then from there they jump to their original state by releasing energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation. This can be in the visible region, this can be in the invisible region also, and we are able to receive this on account of electron excitation. The phenomena generally production of light are incandescent and fluorescence. Incandescence is on account of a high temperature, right? And fluorescence is on account of the electron excitation. So I am taking you to this tour for the production of light and sound at the time of lightning. For example, that you have this cloud, then it is passing through the air. When it is passing through the air, then on account of friction, the positive charge is built up on the top of the cloud, negative charge is built up on the base of the cloud. Clouds, I hope all of you are aware that made up of dust particles, water droplets, ice particles, etc. So we are talking about the production of light and sound. So when this charge is built up, then you see that one process is there which is called induction. Induction is the process in which the two things are not in physical contact, but charges can be induced. Like this negative charge will force the electrons on the top of the surface of the earth, of the top tall building or the trees or any other pointed conductors or the pointed bodies on the earth. And when the electrons are pushed down deep into the earth, the positive charge build up on the surface of the earth and surface of the tall buildings. This creates a potential difference between the base of the cloud and the top of the surface of the earth. So you got the idea that the potential difference is developed between the two things. Now the question is, when the lightning is striking, then charges are traveling from cloud to the earth or earth to the cloud. And for the charge to travel, a conducting path is required. So how does this air become conducting? This is the important part of this discussion, that this buildup of charges when reaches to a certain potential difference, which is called as the dielectric strength. Dielectric strength of any substance is the maximum value of electric field which substance can bear just before its electrical breakdown, means just before its ionization, how much electric field it can tolerate, that is called as the dielectric strength. So dielectric strength of air is approximately 3 into 10 raised to the power 6 volt per meter. So on account of charge buildup, when the potential difference reaches to a certain value, that it makes the electric field between the cloud and the earth as 3 into 10 to the power 6 volt per meter, then air breaks down. Air breaks down means that it becomes conducting. Therefore, a channel is created between the earth and that of the cloud. Through this channel, the charges flow from the cloud to the earth or earth to the cloud. This is known as lightning. So, how do we get the light? This is the important part of it. This I am discussing, that the two phenomena is there, incandescence, and the second one is fluorescence. Right? So incandescence and fluorescence, these two phenomena are responsible for the production of light during this charge transfer process from the earth to the cloud or cloud to the earth. Now, how is the sound produced? That when lightning passes through this channel, this is called channel, or in raw language I can say a hole in the air, that this hole in the air created. So the surrounding air rushes to fill this hole. When surrounding air rushes to fill this gap, this hole, this channel, then a louder sound is produced, which is called thunder. So this way we are receiving the two things at the time of lightning on account of the charge transfer, that a very huge column over here is produced, which is called a channel or hole, and the temperature of this is very high. This temperature is so high that it is said that it is around 4 times the surface temperature of the sun. So you can understand that this high temperature is sufficient enough to cause incandescence, right? And then the same temperature will be sufficient enough for causing the fluorescence in the nitrogen gas, which is abundantly available. You know that this is 78% in the atmosphere. So nitrogen is undergoing fluorescence, and the incandescence, the remaining air molecules, and because of this reason we are receiving the light in the lightning. And sound, as I have told you, that the surrounding air rushes into that room. So very high temperature is there, and a very high potential difference is developed at that time. That's why you see that lightning in the video is appear to be just like a fire sets in on the tree, right? The color was just like that of the fire. Now I am taking you to the tour of the slides where you will find out this description in detail, and on the basis of these details the certain questions can be asked. So any information related to the lightning can be summarized on the basis of all these facts, and these facts may be asked in the form of question, that is the case based study on the lightning. All right, so I am taking you to the tour of this. So static electricity, lightning comes under this topic, static electricity, and lightning during a thunderstorm. Lightning is due to the charges produced by friction during a thunderstorm, as you have seen that passing through the air, then this friction causes the charges on the cloud. And it seems that the air currents move upward while the water droplets move downwards. This is because of gravity. You can understand that droplets being heavier will move in the downward direction. These vigorous movements cause separation of charges, and by a process but not yet completely understood, the positive charges collect near the upper edges of the cloud and the negative charges accumulate near the lower edges. Opposite cases were also found, that The lower part is positive and other part is upper part is negative. That's why it is written here that not yet completely understood. So this is the cause of accumulation of positive charges near the ground when the magnitude of the accumulated charges becomes very large. Magnitude of the accumulated charges, as you have seen between the bottom of the cloud and top of the surface of the earth, then and it's no longer able to resist the flow. Then why is not able to resist the flow? Because it comes under electrical breakdown, because the potential difference reaches to the value of dielectric strength of the air 3 into 10 power 6 volt per meter, and because of this electrical breakdown the negative and positive charges create streaks of bright light and sounds. We see streaks as lightning, and the process is called an electric discharge, right? Process is called an electric discharge. Now, you see that as I have told you that we lightning is a discharge of electricity accompanied by a sudden flash of light and a loud crack of thunder, that is sound. The spark can reach over to 8 to 10 kilometers in length, raise the temperature of the air by as much as 25,000 degrees Celsius, which is around 4 times that of the surface temperature, that is around 6,000 degrees Celsius, and can develop a potential difference of 100 million volts. So you see that these facts can be summarized in the form of paragraph, and you may be asked the question on the basis of these things. Then mechanism of lightning, as I discussed with you, that the top part of the cloud becomes positively charged, bottom, the base of the cloud becomes negatively charged, and this negative charge induces a positive charge on the top of the surface of the earth because it forces the electrons deep down inside the earth, and because of this process of induction, the upper surfaces, the top surface of the earth and the upper surfaces, which are like high rise building, tree, and the other top structures, they become positively charged. So a moving thunderstorm also gathers positive charge on the ground. As the difference in the charge continue to increase, positive charges collect on tall objects such as trees, houses, telephone poles, and even people. And the negatively charged lower part of the clouds induces the positive charge on the ground. And when the clouds are closer or the charge is very high, a channel develops, which I have marked as a hole also. And the subsequent electrical transfer in this channel is called lightning. So you are ready for the question on the basis of this study, I hope so, that clouds gain electrical charges due to friction, which is between four options are given: air and clouds, between raindrops, ground and the clouds, air and heavy raindrops. So obviously answer is air and clouds. Then the second question is related to the direction of the electric field. That electric field between upper and lower charge cloud is best given by which figure? 1, 2, 3, or 4. So obviously answer is number 2, because this negative to positive. Electric field lines will move from negative charge to positive charge. The potential difference between the base of the cloud and the surface of the earth during lightning is 100 million volts. So obviously, option D is correct. This is 100 million volt. Other options are not correct. Then other question number 4 is related to the striking of the lightning. That lightning strikes tall building, tall trees. Why? Positive charge built up from the ground. Electrons flow from negative to positive. The top of the building's tall trees acquire positive charge. Or number 4, the charge has to flow to the ground. So obviously we have come across during discussion that top of the building's tall trees acquire positive charge. This is the reason for the lightning to strike the tall building. Question number 5. The direction of the electrostatic force between the cloud is, I am sorry that this picture is actually upside down. So all of you know that direction will be from positive to negative. So this was shown as upward over here, but the bottom one should be positive. Number 6. Open vehicles like motorbikes, tractors, construction machinery, open cars are not safe. Open fields, tall trees, shelters in parks, elevated places do not protect us from lightning strokes because their top surfaces develop huge positive charge. This is partially correct, as we have come across during discussion. Their top surfaces develop huge negative charge. They are further away from the earth So due to high charge and hence big potential difference causes a sudden large current. So this is absolutely the correct option out of 4. However, first one is also partially correct, but the D part, D option is describing the correct explanation for the question. Now, if you are here, as you see the funny picture over here, that if your hair stands up during a storm, then this is because the first option, positive charge travels from the ground towards the cloud. The second option, negative charge travels from the cloud to the ground through you. And the third option, your positively charged hair are attracted by the clouds. And the fourth one, your body is charged. So our body is charged, no doubt, but the charge here are attracted by the cloud. This is the reason that they are standing up. So option C is correct, that positively charged here are attracted by the clouds. Now this question is that if no shelter is available, then how can you protect yourself in an open field and the lightning strikes, God forbid? Then first three options you can rule out on the basis of our discussion. Run to be under a tree because tree itself you have seen can come under lightning. Run to the middle of the field so you are more exposed to the lightning. Lie on the ground, then once again there is your whole body will be under the threat of lightning. And the fourth option, that is quite low on the ground. Place your hands on your knees with your head between the hands. This seems to be the correct option in this condition that you are in open and you want to save yourself from the light. Is it dangerous to use an umbrella during lightning? Because it can conduct electricity. It may fly, it may break, it can be dangerous when broken. However, this appeared to be funny, but this may happen. But that will be the last thing I think on this planet Earth for that person. If it breaks, it means that lightning is completely striking that position, and then he will be no more after that. So therefore, the first option is correct, that it can conduct electricity. That's why we should avoid the use of umbrella during lightning. And this question you see that during a lightning storm, you must stay near metals inside the house, sit inside a car, use wired phones to call for help, or stand in the balcony. So it is better to safe inside the car because car is just like a Faraday cage. You know the electrostatic shielding, that charge always resides on the outer surface, in resides outer surface, and therefore it is completely an equipotential surface. Therefore potential difference between any 2 point inside including the surface is zero, and therefore no electric field exists inside the car. And this is the reason that you can protect yourself inside the car, and this phenomenon also known as the electrostatic shield. Now this additional information, that how do we protect the tall buildings from the lightning. This is protected with the help of lightning conductor. As you see that this lightning conductor is uh, over here, that this is copper metallic rod, copper or some other materials, metal rod, which can conduct electricity easily from the top of the building, top taller than the building, and going deeper into the earth. Therefore whatever charge build up on the top of the building will flow down through this lightning conductor to the earth, and building will be saved from the lightning. So lightning conductor is a device used to protect buildings from the effect of lightning. A metallic rod taller than the building is installed in the walls of the building during its construction. One end of the rod is kept out in the air and the other is buried deep in the ground. The rod provides easy route for the transfer of electric charge on the ground to the ground, and the metal columns used during construction, like you see that metal columns are also used for the construction of the building, and the electrical wires and the water pipes also used, right, for the uh, in the construction of buildings. So these water pipes may also help to take the charges from the top of the building to the ground. So this way we protect us from the lightning. So I hope that all of you must have enjoyed this discussion on the lightning and few questions based on the lightning. If you have liked it, then press the like button, subscribe the channel, and try to give information to more of the students so that they can get benefit from these videos. Thank you so much.